Hi, in this video I'll be talking about myself. On Instagram I was tagged by 3 different people to do a 20 facts about myself thing, so I decided to do a video and then I'll also put it on Instagram and tag more people. And I was tagged firstly by Logical Dreamer 7, and then I was tagged by Linnea from High Carb Vegan Recipes, and then I was tagged by Kevin the Vegan Kid. So, and it was all within 24 hours. So I think I'll do 20 fun facts, but I'll expand on it a little bit so it's at least 60 new things you'll learn about me. And hopefully you will find it fun. The first fun fact is that I am vegan, and I've been vegan since the beginning of 2011, and I made it official on Facebook in May 2011. And I became vegan because I had really bad acne at the time, and I heard that a vegan diet could help cure acne, so that's what got me into it at first. The second fact about me is that I'm turning 28 years old next Friday, so happy birthday to me. My favorite season, so the third fun fact about myself is that my favorite season is spring. And I like spring because I like warmer weather and I like the flowers. I don't really have any allergies, so yeah, it's all good. The fourth fun fact is that my favorite fruit is mangoes, and I can't wait for mango season. So mangoes come out in about November in Australia. So yeah, and my favorite variety is the Kensington Pride mangoes. The fifth fact about myself is that I am married, and I got married in May, so it's only been about 4 months, and we had our honeymoon in the Gold Coast. The sixth fact about myself is that I was born in Australia, and I live in Sydney currently, but my husband lives in the US, so we've been long distance for over 2 years, and we met online. Yeah, so I'm currently waiting for a spouse visa to be able to move to Washington State to live with my husband. The seventh fact is that I've visited a lot of Asian countries with my family. So the countries I've been to are Thailand, Vietnam, Japan, Malaysia, Singapore, Hong Kong, China. And I've also been to some of the other island countries like Fiji and Hawaii. And of course, I visited the US once. No, I visited the US twice. Yeah, I've been to Washington State twice, which is where my husband is from. And I've also been to LA and San Francisco. The eighth fact is that I have a younger brother. So I am living with my parents and my younger brother, who is about 2.5 years younger than me. He is not vegan. In fact, I'm the only vegan person in my family and amongst my friends that I know of. So that's a bit sad, but hopefully I'll influence people. The ninth fact about myself is that I've never been drunk in my life, and I don't really like the taste of alcohol. My husband did try to find a drink for me that I would like. The one that he recommended to me and that he bought for me was called a white gummy bear, and it was sweet and it's a clear liquid, and it tasted alright, but kind of like knowing that it has alcohol in it, I didn't really want to drink that much, so I drank about a quarter of the glass and then he drank the rest of it. So I'm not really into alcohol or drugs or anything like that. I've never been a party person. And the 10th thing about me is that I had my appendix removed when I was 20 years old, and it was during the Easter holidays. So I got into hospital on Good Friday, and I think I left the hospital on Sunday. And because of that, we had to cancel our trip to Japan and then go the following year. So that was a bit disappointing. The 11th fact about myself is that I've always been quite slim, so I've never really had a big problem with my weight. And in high school, I was very skinny, and even in primary school, I was very skinny, and I was once bullied for it. Like, this person once in my class when I was in year 6, she took my hand and she knocked it against a table and said, "Oh, look how bony you are." And I was just like, I didn't know how to react. Like, I was 10 or 11 years old and I didn't know what to do. I should have stood up for myself. But yeah. Anyway, that doesn't really happen now because mostly being slim is a good thing. People kind of want to be slim nowadays. The 12th fact about me is that I used to own cassettes, and the first ones that I bought were Backstreet Boys and Bewitched. I don't know if anyone remembers that band Bewitched, but they were quite big in the 90s. The 13th fact about myself is that I'm a piano teacher, and I've been teaching piano since I was 15 years old, so I've been teaching for almost, well, at least 12 years. And I started off teaching one of my neighbors around here, and I taught her for 3 years while I was in high school, and then after I went to university, I started getting more students. The 14th fact about myself is that last year I learnt how to pole dance, and I was doing that for just about 4 months, so I'm pretty much still a beginner, and I haven't been doing any recently because of last year I was engaged and then preparing for the wedding, and so I was really busy and didn't really have time to keep up the pole dance classes. And I also don't have a pole at home to practice on, so that kind of makes it a bit useless to go to lessons and not being able to practice at home. The 15th thing about myself is that I know how to sew, and I learned how to sew in high school. So I've sewn a few things for myself, like I've sewn my own boxer shorts and I've sewn jumpers for myself, but I don't wear them anymore. I've sewn pajama pants for my brother and also a robe for my brother. 16th fact about myself is the kind of music that I like is mainly rock music and the classics from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. I actually don't really listen to music that much. Only time I listen to it would be if I wanted to dance or if I am in the car and the radio's on. So I don't really buy much music. Yeah, it's weird because I'm a piano teacher and I'm meant to like music. The 17th thing about myself is that I remember The Lord of the Rings being the best movie I ever saw. So when it first came out, I remember coming out of the car when we were back home and thinking that was the best movie I ever saw. 18th thing about myself is that I don't watch TV much. The only TV series that I've watched all the way through are Desperate Housewives, Prison Break, and Community. And I'm looking forward to the 6th season of Community. If you haven't seen Community, it's so underrated. You should watch it. It's pretty funny. The 19th thing about myself is that I really want to go to the Rawtil Fort Thai Fruit Festival next year in June so that I can meet all these people that I have been listening to and watching on YouTube. The 20th thing about myself is that I've been growing my hair for a while, for the last 2 years, and I have been cutting it, but now it's quite long and it's still getting longer. I don't know when I'm going to cut it next, but I like long hair. The only bad thing is that in the shower it comes out and it just falls out everywhere. Okay, so that was 20 fun facts about myself. Oh, I also wanted to show you something. This isn't really related to the 20 fun facts, but look behind me. Oh, that is a painting that I did when I was in high school, when I was 15. So it's meant to be abstract. I don't even know what it is, but one of my classmates said it looks like a lava land because of the orange stuff. Yeah. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that video. So this is where I teach piano. So I've been teaching here for the last 9 years. Yeah, it's been a long time. So yeah, I'll miss my students when I move to the US, and they will miss me. but life goes on and I'll find new students. So I will be tagging Passion and Fruit, the Raw Till 4 Twins, and Planet Steph to do 20 facts about yourself. You can either make a video or you can just do it on Instagram. Alright, I'll see you later. Bye!